Hi everyone, welcome to the sports breakdown. This is Pawan here. So I'm going to do the post-match analysis between DC and RR and SRH versus Punjab Kings in a short video. Most probably it will be 10 to 15 minutes. Please subscribe to the sports breakdown. Thank you so much for making us to reach 100 subscribers. It's a big achievement during a month, and more than 5k plus views also on the sports breakdown. So thank you so much for that, guys. So heading on to Delhi Capitals versus Rajasthan Royals. A brilliant, emphatic victory by Delhi Capitals yesterday. They won comfortably by 33 runs, defending a score of 154. 155 target for Rajasthan Royals to chase, and only Sanju Samson managed to get a half century. He scored 70 runs, whereas the other batsman only managed to get, I think, around 30 or 35 runs of the total. So brilliant win by the DC bowlers. So we'll go through the scorecard of DC versus RR. So Delhi Capitals won by 33 runs. Poor start from Delhi Capitals. The openers Prithvi Shaw and Shikhar Dhawan getting dismissed, and the opening partnership was only 18. And good bowling initially by Sakaria and Tyagi. Sakaria was bowling those slow balls, very slow balls. He's very good, especially with that, especially bouncers, pitches it in the short length and makes the batsman very difficult to read. And Musfizur Rahman, Fizz, yesterday was outstanding bowling at the other end. He was bowling those off-cutters, slow off-cutters, and it was so difficult for the Delhi Capitals to read him. But once again, brilliant partnership between Sunrisers Hyderabad and Rishabh Pant. Sunrisers Hyderabad scored a 43. Good communication between Sunrisers Hyderabad and Rishabh Pant, and it was a great partnership between the two. When it comes to statistics as well, as it will appear in that, Sunrisers Hyderabad most of the control on the leg side, and he's really good, especially his cut shot and his cover drive is brilliant. So Sunrisers Hyderabad did a great job yesterday. When it comes to the partnership as well, Sunrisers Hyderabad and Rishabh Pant, they had a 62-run partnership yesterday, which helped. Hetmai also did a small cameo. He scored 24 runs if I'm not mistaken. Hetmai did a small cameo. His innings also was very effective yesterday. And yeah, he did a great job. Unfortunately, he got out by Fizz once again. Fizz was bowling brilliantly, especially when it comes to Musfizur Rahman. He's in brilliant form right now, because in the previous match also he was good. His economy was 5.5. I think that it was a good buy for Rajasthan Royals to buy him only for 1 crore. Most of his deliveries he's bowled in the good length and short of good length as well, and he's bowled 1 yorker as well. Mostly the short, especially those slow off cutters, the speeds that he bowls at 130, 135, especially in Abu Dhabi yesterday, and batsmen found it very difficult to read his deliveries yesterday. And this also will be good for CSK and KKR today, when it comes to their match, to learn something from the Fizz, how he bowled. And I think Fizz is in great form right now, and this could be good for Bangladesh in the 2020 World Cup as well. Also coming back to the match, Hetmai scored a 28 of 18. He was really good. He was going good. Unfortunately, he got out in a silly dismissal by Fizz, playing a loose shot over there. But yeah, Rishabh Pant and Sunrisers Hyderabad did a great job. Then coming, Akshay Patel also contributed a bit with a 6. So Delhi overall 154 was not enough in my opinion. Delhi could have got around 170, 175 in my opinion. It would have been par. But this score against Rajasthan, yes, I thought it was par for me. I thought Delhi, with their bowlers, they're the best bowling lineup. Definitely they can defend this target. So I knew that. When it comes to the bowling, anyways, we know the Fizz has done really well. 2 wickets, 2 for 22, 5.5 economy. He did a great job. Karthik Tyagi was a bit expensive. Shamsi also was a bit expensive yesterday. Didn't pick up much wickets. Sakaria was really good, 2 for 33 of 4 overs. And both his deliveries were bowled full ball. on middle and off, so he bowled towards leg stump to get both Prithvi Shaw and then Akshay Patel also out from a middle off delivery. Yeah, and it was a slow ball. Yes. Moving on to Rajasthan Royals. I don't know what to say. Once again, they didn't have Evan Lewis and Chris Morris. Okay, Chris Morris, yes, good option that they left him out. But poor start. Why would you bring in Liam Livingstone to open? Because he is suitable to bat in the middle order. At least they could have made Sanju Samson. He can bat anywhere. He can bat anywhere. He could have opened with Yashasvi Jaiswal yesterday. Disappointing batting performance from Rajasthan once again. Except for Sanju Samson. He's the most consistent batsman for Rajasthan Royals in the past 5 years, I would say. So very disappointing with this scorecard. I don't have any words to say. Except brilliant innings from Sanju Samson. He played all cover drives. He knows how to play his offside shot, the pull shot. He knows he's a exclusive batsman. He's one of the best. I think he's the only batsman for me who's learned a lot from Sangakkara this year, and especially that 100 along with Josh Butler, who's unfortunately not available. But Sanju Samson has been a very consistent batsman for Rajasthan Royals. Unfortunately, this team doesn't know how to win matches when it comes to chasing. But can't help, Rajasthan did beat Punjab Kings on Tuesday. When it comes to bowling, brilliant bowling. Noikia, Rabada, those South African duo has been outstanding. Picked up 3 wickets, I think, but their pace, my God, Noikia 150 plus. He's bowling brilliantly, short lanes, and the dismissals he got 2 for 18. He got just as we out, a full delivery outside off, getting Jaiswal out through off stump. He did brilliantly, then getting Tewatia out also, which is a great wicket, because Tewatia, you know how he's a good finisher in the middle order, and you never know with Tewatia what he can do. But so that was crucial, because Ashwin meanwhile bowled really well. I criticized Ashwin a bit in my previous YouTube channel, but he proved me wrong yesterday. 6.50. Finally he's come back to form. 1 for 20 of 4 overs. So that was a outstanding thing. Avesh Khan also was good. And yeah, Akshay Patel, brilliant bowling from Delhi Capitals. I don't have any words to tell. This is the best bowling lineup. And I know, as a Delhi Capitals fan, I'm telling you right now, as a Delhi Capitals fan, I think Delhi Capitals are going to win IPL. Even Shane Warne also said that the Delhi Capitals will win the IPL. So let's see how it goes. So great win from Delhi Capitals once again. Let's move on to Sunrisers Hyderabad versus Punjab Kings, which is another thriller. So meanwhile, Delhi Capitals moved to number 1 in the table, which I'll talk about the table later. But I want to go through this match because this is an absolute cracker. And I think none of these, I think Punjab Kings are so lucky to be even number 5 in the table right now. I'm telling you, they're very lucky. When they are going to face Mumbai Indians on Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm telling you, Mumbai Indians will beat this side right now because they're struggling. 125 in Sharjah, not acceptable. And Sunrisers, meanwhile, in another, they are out of form, except for one player who is Jason Holder. 3 for 19, 47, not out. He deserves man of the match in a losing cause as well. But he deserves that Sunrisers Hyderabad team to win yesterday because of Jason Holder. But unfortunately, he couldn't do it by himself. None of them contributed. Let's start with the Punjab Kings. Yes, KL Rahul, Mayank went out for early. Brilliant bowling once again from Jason Holder. He had a brilliant day yesterday. When it comes 3 wickets for 19. Getting KL Rahul out on his first ball. His first delivery, he got KL Rahul out. So that's impressive. And getting Mayankos out in the same over, and the way he bowls towards the full delivery, pitches it at the right length, especially in Sharjah. Fast bowlers also are very effective. Don't forget about that. And since it's a small ground, 75 meters width, he pitched it at the right length to get both Mayank and KL out, and that was important there because the Punjab middle order, we know that they struggle. But yesterday, somehow, Adam Markram comes back to form. I mean, not comes back to form, but he somehow knows how to anchor the innings, you know. Just to stay in the crease and just score those runs. So that was crucial from Punjab Kings to get to this 125. Contribution from Harpreet Bar and Nathan Ellis as well. But once again, brilliant bowling from Jason Holder. 4.75 economy only. 3 for 19. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, I don't know where his form has gone. He used to be one of the most effective bowlers in the IPL. I have no clue what happened to Bhuvi this time in the IPL. So his form is really worrying for me right now. Khalil Ahmed was okay. Rashid Khan, once again, we know how economical he is. He should have got more wickets. And it's a bit disappointing from the Sunrisers attack. But 125, to restrict them to 125 was okay for me. I think that Sunrisers did a great job when it comes to their bowling. But batting wise, why can't they chase 126? Please someone tell me, the Sunrisers Hyderabad team needs so much changes, reinforcements for next season. Because David Warner is out of form. I think he'll be released by SRH. Kane Williamson, meanwhile, captain. What is he doing? He's going out for only one. Vidimar Saha, at least he could prove the point. Unfortunate mix-up between Holder and Saha for Saha to get out yesterday. But Jason Holder, man of the match. Even if it was a winning cause, even if it was a losing cause, he did a great job. 5 sixes, he held on to the end. Unfortunately, he couldn't finish out the match. But you have to give credit to Jason Holder because none of these batsmen other than Saha has even contributed to this scorecard. None of them. Very disappointing with the overseas players except for Rashid Khan and Jason Holder right now. I am not happy. David Warner is not in form. I'm telling Jason Roy, at least Jason Roy should come back to this opening slot because David Warner is out of forms. He has been given 2 matches. If he can't perform, there has to be another option right now because even Mohammad Nabi can come in the middle if David Warner is struggling like this. This is a huge concern for SRH. They need so much in reinforcements. They need to sort out their team really quickly. I won't be surprised if Kane Williamson will drop out of the SRH retention next season. I am not surprised with how this team is performing. So yeah, Bhuvi also was disappointing. Bowling wise, once again, Ravi Bishnoi, why was he left out? Why was he left out in the previous game against Rajasthan? He could have simply won the game for Punjab Kings and they would have even been the top 4 by now. He's bowling the googly. His googly is so good. He's damn good. The way he bowls in the good delivery and full lengths, so difficult for even a Manish Pandey or even a Pejab Jadhav to read his deliveries because he's bowling full ball offside, outside off, and he's been really effective today. Yesterday night. So good to see him back. Ravi Bishnoi, we see most of his wickets are on full length. He bowls at outside off, inside off as well. He bowled a few deliveries. He was so effective yesterday. He bowled a few short lengths. Talking about Jason Holder for SRH meanwhile. Right hand, left hand, he got I think 3 wickets off right-handers. Most of his deliveries were from full length and also short length, which is also good that he's bowling the bouncers so that the batsmen find it very difficult, and especially he bowls a bit slow compared to like a even Bhuvi can bowl slow, but like a Khalil Ahmed or another Rajan who's not playing, he's tested positive. Jason Holder knows how to maintain his variations. That means he knows how to bowl at around 120, then at times how to bowl at 130. So he has a range of variations in his bowling, which is why he has been effective yesterday, and it's a good pick from Sunrisers to actually buy him. Yes, and talking about partnerships, I think Chris Gale and Markram, that partnership was important yesterday for Punjab. Mayank Rahul was doing well until he got dismissed. At the end of Punjab Kings, Nathan Ellis and Harpreet Brar did a wonderful job so that they get that 125 at least. Otherwise, they wouldn't have even scored 100 runs, by the way. So at least they scored at 125 and put some pressure on Sunrisers because they are all they are in bad form. Jason Holder, meanwhile, with Saha, they had a 31 of 18 partnership, and Jason Holder is the only one who actually impressed me in this match yesterday, apart from Ravi Bishnoi for Sunrisers. Only Jason Holder impressed me, and Rashid Khan a bit with of his economy, but Jason Holder is the one for me who impressed me the most. If in this match, yes, obviously, because that's why he's the man of the match, even though it's a losing course. But vital win for Punjab Kings. They move up to number 5 in the table. Meanwhile, yes, Punjab Kings is at number 5 with 8 points. Sunrisers are still at number 2. Delhi Capitals move to the top once again. Still, who else? Rajasthan has gone back to number 7. So yes, that's the story of the table. Now preview of KKR versus CSK. I'll do it very quickly. KKR 2 wins in 2, CSK 2 wins in 2. So this is a brilliant encounter. Both teams are in form. I back KKR obviously to win because they are obviously in terrific form. And for me, for KKR, I won't change the team at all. Possibly because I think they are really stable. This team is a really stable side. Andre Russell has come back to form. Venkatesh Iyer has been impressive. 2 matches only, he's impressed all of us, and I think even the BCCI selectors right now with how he's impacting immediately after given his debut. For me, I think Super Kings versus Kolkata Knight Riders. If I am making a change, I might make a change in the overseas actually, because Lockie Ferguson has been struggling. Maybe a Shakib can come since this is in Abu Dhabi, but I'm not sure. Andre Russell definitely. Sunil Narayan for sure. Owen Morgan obviously because he's captain. Lockie Ferguson. So for Lockie Ferguson, I know his pace has been good. But for this match, I think a Shakib might help, I think, because Shakib has been doing very well for Bangladesh. And I think for against CSK, especially because they have a lot of right-handers, I think a Shakib's bowling might actually trouble. I know they're very good in, Gaikwad, Faf du Plessis, even Suresh Raina, good spinner. They're good when it comes to playing spin. But for me, I think Shakib might bring that X factor for KKR. He will get those wickets for me. Because I think he has done really well for Bangladesh. So for me, I think Shakib will be a good factor. So for me, I'll bring Shakib instead of Lockie Ferguson. Talking about CSK, I think once again CSK is a very settled side. Probably a Josh Hazelwood. Sam Curran can come instead of Josh Hazelwood for me. That would be the only change, but I won't retain that Gaikwad. Probably MS Dhoni can bat at number 4 or number 5 for me. He could bat up the order because they have Gaikwad, Faf du Plessis obviously, Moin Ali at number 3, Suresh Raina at number 4. Maybe MS Dhoni can come at 5. And yeah, Sam Curran will be effective. I think the 4 bowlers can be obviously Deepak Chahar, Shardul Thakur. Who else? That's right. For Josh Hazelwood, I will bring in Sam Curran for me. And possibly Imran Tahir could be a good option as well for CSK if it comes. Especially because we know in how good he was in the PSL. So for me, I think it's a good option if they can bring in Imran Tahir, but I don't think they'll do. Dwayne Bravo, obviously, he's done very well. He has to be there. 4 overseas players for me for CSK: Faf du Plessis, Dwayne Bravo. For me, I'll bring in Sam Curran in this match. And my 4th overseas will be... did they go? Moin Ali, obviously. KKR, my 4 overseas: Owen Morgan, Andre Russell, Sunil Narayan, and Shakib Al Hasan for me. For this match, yes, I think Shakib should be included because I think Gaikwad and especially Faf du Plessis might struggle with Shakib's variations because he's a very experienced 2020 bowler. So I think Shakib will be impressive here. Yes, guys, so thank you so much. This is from the Sports Breakdown. We covered the post-match analysis of both Delhi Capitals versus Rajasthan and SRH versus Punjab. Great wins by both. And I'll show the points table at the end as well of this video. So stay tuned to the Sports Breakdowns. Please subscribe to the Sports Breakdown.